Hello and welcome to the Queen's Tarot. This is for Scorpios for the year 2020. So we're going to get into it for my Scorpios out there. See what's going to happen for you for this upcoming year. All right, so right off the bat, I drew almost all 4 Pentacle cards for you guys. So I already know that this year for you is going to be about foundation. It's going to be about support, and it's going to be about how you can best support yourself. A lot of you are planning things for this year. A lot of you do want to go into business for yourself. I see with the 4 of Pentacles upright, that's showing that a lot of your focus is on support. So the question that the universe wants to pose to you for this year is, how am I best supporting myself? This doesn't just have to do with money for the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles also has to do with foundations, laying foundations, support. And that support can come in the form of relationships, family, friends. And the universe really wants to ask you to ask yourself, am I being best supported by the relationships in my life? Am I being best supported by the job that I have? Is this really the right place for me to work? Is this where I'm working? Is this best supporting me? Do I really enjoy my job? Do I enjoy where I work? Is the other staff that I work with supportive? The universe really wants you to take inventory in your life and to see if everything around you is best serving you. And the Knave of Pentacles upside down here, this Page of Pentacles here, and then also the Queen of Pentacles is showing that there are some changes that can be made, not in the negative. It's not necessarily a negative thing. Maybe you like where you work already. Maybe you like your job. You might even love your job, but maybe you need a promotion to be able to do financially for yourself the way that you need to. Maybe you need to work in a new environment to really be around people who are more supportive of you, or at a job that gives you the opportunities that you deserve. So for 2020, for a lot of people and a lot of signs, this year is really about just making sure that you focus on what best serves you, that you ask for the best, that you settle for nothing but the best in your life, and manifesting that. And I definitely see that for you, Scorpio, in the terms of laying foundations and your resources here with a lot of the Pentacle cards that have been drawn for you. So with Knave of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles here side by side, this lets me know that it's time for you guys to graduate to a new level. For a lot of you, where you are currently, this might be even maybe you go to a school and you're not in classes that are challenging you. Maybe you need to be in AP courses. Maybe for a lot of you, you could be in a class that's an honors class, at your university or wherever you might be going. Maybe you could be just doing better for yourself in an area that's going to support you more and lead to more opportunities for you in the future. So these Pentacle cards do reflect that. You need to kind of see where you can be better supporting yourself in your life. Also think about your thoughts. Are you speaking thoughts and focusing on things that are the most supportive to you? Are you being positive about your self-image? That's coming up for a lot of you Scorpios. Are you being positive about where you're heading in life? Are you speaking positive things over yourself? And really making sure that you're fully supported this year. And that support with this Queen of Pentacles here and the Page of Pentacles also is also going to have to do with your finances, so that you can make those changes in your life that you want to make. If you want to open up your own business, that you have enough money to open up your own business. If you're thinking about taking a trip later this year, that you have the money and the foundations, and you're not sitting there struggling trying to piece together things that aren't coming together for you. So if you change these things this year, as far as making sure you're fully supported, making sure there's money in the bank, more than enough to pay your bills and to do whatever else you want, Scorpio, because you deserve to have it all, that you're able to do that. So Also, the Hierophant card came up for you guys, and that is a major arcana card, just letting me know that this is to move you into a place in your life where you feel the most powerful. As a Scorpio, you're already known as being a very powerful sign, and with this Hierophant card, the universe wants you to make these adjustments, whether that might mean changing jobs, maybe not only, it may not mean dumping your social circle that you're a part of. Maybe you just need to also associate with other people in addition to that who are successful, who can be a support to you. Maybe a mentorship might be something that would be good for you this year. But it really has to do with you fully stepping into your power and being fully supported so that you can do so. Especially with the Hierophant, this is about aligning with your higher self. This is about making sure that you are this is almost like the masculine version of higher self, as there's a priestess card. This is like the masculine version of that with the Hierophant. And that masculine energy, you don't have to be a man, you don't have to be masculine to identify with the Hierophant. So the Hierophant has to do with you making sure that you're doing everything that needs to be done. Also, having this masculine energy that has to do with action. It has to do with making sure that you are hitting all of those goals within the year that you want to hit on. And especially with us starting off the year in Capricorn season, that's all about aligning with your goals, making sure that you're taking action to see them come to fruition. So with the Hierophant, so for you guys, this is about making sure that you are aligning with your higher self by asking for that promotion. If you need a promotion for your financial enhancement, or applying for that better job, applying for that manager position, going out and meeting those people who are going to be a support to you in your endeavors. Some of you might need to get into study groups, or some type of group, some type of support group. Some of you might need emotional support. And so that might be what this Four of Pentacles here is representing for you, is that emotional support. And making sure that you have that for yourself so that you have someone to talk to about things that you might be going through also in the year 2020. So I'm going to see what else is coming up here for you guys. So, okay, so the Magician card is coming up. And that lets me know, along with these Pentacle cards, that there are some things that you have been wanting to change in your life for a while. And little by little, maybe you haven't been acting on it, but you've definitely been thinking about it. And with this Magician card coming up, this is the year to make those changes. This is the year to really bring everything that you've wanted to fruition, to make sure. For you guys, this year is definitely about making those changes, those pertinent changes. For some of you, this might be a life change. You might be getting married this year. Maybe some of you need to quit addictions that you've been holding on to. And this Four of Pentacles is about getting that support to get rid of those addictions. Also, for some of you Scorpios, this Four of Pentacles might be about getting support to do something that you've been putting off, that's been like stopping you from being able to make all the strides financially that you wanted to. Maybe you need to fix your credit, and this Four of Pentacles is about you getting the right business to align with in order to do that, so that you can be more financially stable. For a lot of you guys, this might have to do with getting support so you can do things to enhance your financial stability that's been lacking for some time. But either way, this is definitely about taking those little steps so that those major changes represented by the Magician card can be made. So I'm just going to draw a couple more cards to clarify this Magician here, and to see what that Magician card is about for you guys. So yeah, I'm seeing that for a lot of you with this Hermit card, that you have been feeling a little bit maybe out of your element. You've been feeling a little alienated from the group. For some of you, this might mean that you've been wanting to start your own business, but you don't feel that you're the same as other people who are doing so. You don't feel a part of that group. For some of you, that might mean that you're trying to join a certain social circle. Maybe for some of you, it might be something to have to do with school. And for a lot of you guys, for whatever this represents for this Hermit card, it has to do with a feeling of alienation, a feeling of feeling separate from those, and not really separate in a positive way, but more separate of like, I'm not like the others, so I can't do the same things that they're doing. Or maybe I don't feel that I have the same, that I'm in the same groups, that I fit in with the same groups as these people do. And it's not so much about being an individual as it is feeling like you're not worth it or you don't have what it takes. And for a lot of you, for whatever this represents for you guys, it might be that you need to, that you wanted to join a certain group, or that you feel like you're not a part of that group, and you feel like not being a part of that group for whatever reason is something that is keeping you lacking. It's keeping you without. So the Ten of Cups is here, showing that this is something that's kept you from feeling like you could really have everything that you wanted. For a lot of you guys, this reversed Hermit card has given you the feeling of, if I could just do this, then I would be able to blank, whatever that goal is for you. And you feel like that's been kept just out of your reach. With the Ten of Pentacles here in reversed, it's kept you from feeling like you could achieve those accomplishments that you've really wanted to achieve for quite a few years for some of you. Maybe for some of you, you are in a serious relationship. You might be considering getting married, and you are like feeling like you don't fit in with your in-laws, or you don't have that relationship with them. And this has to do with you finding common ground, changing that relationship for some of you guys, and feeling less separate. Because this isn't really, with this Hermit card in reverse, this isn't about like a separate as if, oh, I stand out, you know, I'm different in a good way. This is about a separate of feeling as if you don't belong. This is a feeling of not belonging, a feeling of almost like an ugly duckling feeling of, I don't fit in where I need to fit in order to get to the next step in my life. So this year is about changing not only your outlook on you and that situation, but also about changing that, or changing something to do with that. And we'll get more into that later when we pull a few more cards. But with this Ten of Cups reversed, this is letting me know that you do feel like whatever you feel separate from, not being a part of that, has been holding you back. So we're just going to see what the universe has to say about that for you. Okay, so with the Empress card upright, that's letting me know that the universe wants you to feel empowered regardless of whether or not you fit in with this group, whatever that might be for you guys. For some of you, maybe you're an actor and you're thinking about being a part of SAG-AFTRA and you're not there yet. For some of you, maybe it's about a union, like an actual union, like with a trade. If you're, you know, into a trade, plumber, whatever union you might be a part of with that. It's about really standing in your truth, in your power with this Empress card upright, and that you don't necessarily need these things. You don't need to fit in. Because remember, you can have support also without fitting in. You can be with the group but not be of the group. Maybe for you it's about associating with people. But we'll get more into that later as far as what you're supposed to do. It might be about associating with people and not necessarily joining the group. We'll see what the cards have to say for you guys. But with this Empress upright, is definitely about just standing in your power and knowing that you're worthy, you're worth it, regardless of where you are in this process of getting to where you want to be, of changing those things in your life, that you're significant, and to not forget that. So for 2020, for a lot of you Scorpios, it's about really standing in your self-worth and not forgetting your self-worth no matter where you are in the process. You don't need to compare yourself, and you don't need to try to measure up to what everybody else might be feeling like you need to do, or where they feel like you need to be in your process, because everyone is different and everybody goes through different processes in life. So with this Six of Pentacles, I'm starting to wonder if a lot of you guys have gone for a scholarship, if maybe this is what this is about for you. It might mean that you need to apply for one. With the Six of Pentacles upright, this is definitely about a support that's going to aid you in the process. It's going to give to you. That's going to maybe replenish your finances or help you in some way. And what the universe is telling you right now is that you should go for whatever this is for you, whatever group that is, whatever maybe process that is for getting support, whatever that means for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a group. Like I said, it could be a mentorship, it could be a support group, it could be maybe a loan, a scholarship, whatever it is that might help you in your endeavors. I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is career, but it could also be emotional support. And I think for a lot of you guys, that is the case. But with the Six of Pentacles, this is definitely a step that the universe wants you to take. However, like I said before, with the Ten of Pentacles reversed and the Empress card, part of the way that you're going to get that opportunity, part of the way that you're going to make sure that you're ready for it, that you're going to align with it and attract that to you to change your situation, is by knowing with this Empress card upright that you're already good enough. You're already deserving. You already have what it takes, whether you have this already or not. And that's in turn because you're coming from a place of abundance and not a place of lack. It's going to draw it to you. And it's going to help you. It's going to bring it to you so it can help you with whatever process you're going through. So we also have the Tower card that came up for you guys. So yeah, it's a lot of life changes for you all this year. With a lot of signs, it's a lot of life changes. But this in particular, getting this support for you is really going to help you. And it's really going to transform you with the Magician card here. And then the Tower card overlapping that. This is definitely about a life-changing opportunity or event happening in your life. Even if this is something like you guys going to AA, this is definitely something that's going to destructure some things that you've been wanting to change about yourself for some time. For a lot of you guys, whatever change you've been trying to make in your life, this is a topic, whatever area of your life that this change needs to be in, is an area of your life where you felt very just burdened before. You felt like something was a heavy weight on your shoulders, and you going through this process of seeking whatever you need to seek to make this change is just going to little by little take that weight off you. It's going to bring you through a change process that's going to strip that weight off of you and bring some much needed changes. It may not be easy, especially with the Tower card. It means a transformation with some things that we may not expect. It means some things are going to be torn down for better things to occur. But it is definitely going to be worth it, and you're definitely going to feel transformed by this change, especially with this Magician card here. And Scorpio is definitely a sign of transformation. That's one of the things that you guys represent, is that transformation. So Scorpio, you're going to be heading to another transformation this year that's really going to better you. It's not going to be destructive. It's not going to be something you have to fear. Maybe that was holding you guys back before, feeling like, I don't know if I'm ready for this change. But it's going to be a really positive change, even with the things that you might have to go through in the process to make it. It's definitely going to be worth it. So here I have the Queen of Swords reversed that came up for you guys as well, having to do with this change. And for you guys, I really feel like you may have had some thoughts holding you back. You may have had some negative thoughts that were keeping you from making the correct change. Maybe you were afraid of the change, like I was saying before. Maybe you guys were just scared of going through the transformational process. I also feel like with this Queen of Swords in reverse, you might have feared loss. You might fear not having time to spend maybe with those that you care about, with your friends, through investing more time in yourself. But know that this change is definitely going to be worth it. With this Five of Swords in reverse, this lets me know that a lot of you have also been worried about what people might say about you. A lot of you might be worried about what people might think about you making this change. They might be, some of you have been trying to get away from someone who has been saying negative things as well, trying to make this change. So that's something that's been holding you guys back. And I would just like to really encourage you guys to release that fear, release trying to control this person or whatever this represents for you. Because by releasing that, you're going to end up making more room for these positive changes. And you're going to find yourself feeling a lot more enthusiastic about making those changes once you stop worrying about what others think or what they might say. So the Three of Pentacles also came up for you, and that's just basically in response to this negativity that you need to shift your focus from, showing you that when you do align with these people who are supportive of you, they are going to make you feel a lot more grounded in these changes and a lot more focused, as opposed to whatever this is, the Five of Swords energy that's kind of unfocusing you from the change, or maybe making you a little scared to make the leap. This Three of Pentacles is definitely going to whatever this might represent, these people, this union that you're going to be in with these individuals. And even before you get with the supportive group, you might meet people along the way. You might end up being a part of conversations that are very supportive, very positive, and about change. And the universe just really wants you to seek those out, to seek that energy of positive change out, to really replace whatever it is you feel like you might be losing with this, and to make sure you feel motivated to make those changes. So the Eight of Swords is also here, and this is just as a encouraging element from the universe with this Eight of Swords. Also clarifying the process you'll be going through with this Four of Pentacles and the Page and Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that when you go through this process, you're going to not only learn a lot, but it's going to be very supportive of you. This is going to be a very step-by-step process. So everything isn't going to happen overnight, but you are going to see, as you make those changes, as you take those actions for yourself, you'll definitely see a change. You're going to see changes along the way, and you're going to see change in the amount of work that you do. So as much work as you do is as much change as you're going to experience. So if you want more change, that means that you have to take more action. So I'm just going to pull 4 more cards for you guys to see what else is going to happen for you for the year 2020. What else is coming up for you guys? Okay, so the Judgment card came up, and in relation to everything else that's come up for you in this spread, the Judgment card is really about you making changes that's going to change how you see things. It's going to change what you align yourself with. Some of the things that you tolerated at the beginning of the year with this Judgment card upright is no longer going to match your energy at the end of the year. So this is really about you being very discriminated at how you move in life and how you go about your life. You changing, as you change your circle, getting this negative Five of Swords energy out and aligning with people that are aligned with your goals, you're going to have new standards. And this is what this Judgment card really is about for you, is having those new standards and then picking things based on better judgment, based on your newfound look on life and what serves you and what doesn't. The Knight of Swords is about you aligning your thoughts. So I see a lot of you being very successful in whatever it is that you decide to pursue this year. Your thoughts are going to change. You're going to be much more aware of how your thoughts affect your life, how what you think, what you say, who you speak to, how it has such a huge impact on your life. And with the Three of Cups here, I see you making a lot of positive connections. I see you laughing, enjoying these connections, these newfound relationships that you've made, and some might even carry on to the next year. So I see you really making some powerful relationships and connections with this Three of Cups. I also have a High Priestess card reverse. So this is letting me know that for a lot of you, you're going to have a lot of temptation this year also. You're going to have temptation to get out of character. You're going to have temptation to not align with your higher self. You're going to have temptation maybe to go on eating binges, to get into a negative mindset, to get into a little bit of a rut. And the universe wants you to be aware of this now, so that when it occurs, you already know, oh, that's a temptation that's trying to get me out of alignment. This is, I want to eat that pint of ice cream while I'm trying to get fit so that I can get away. It's a temptation to get me away from this progress that I'm working so hard to make here with the Eight of Pentacles. So this is really about you being aware of those opportunities to get out of alignment. And I'm just going to draw a couple more cards to clarify this High Priestess. So yeah, so the Ten of Wands reversed, as well as the Five of Pentacles upright came through. And that is just to let you know that the things that are going to come through to tempt you, they might seem like they're going to take a weight off your shoulders. Maybe you're thinking about, rolling up a blunt, and you know that you have a job where you're going to get drug tested, and that's going to, or whatever it might be. Maybe you're thinking about having a drink when you've been trying to go to AA meetings and trying to knock that habit. Or whatever it might be for you. It might be like a temptation to cheat or whatever, if you're in a relationship. So for a lot of you with this, it's going to feel like with these temptations that it is a release and a relief at first. It's going to feel like it's going to make you feel good and take whatever that burden is off of your shoulders. A lot of you at times might feel a little overwhelmed with the changes, a little overwhelmed with the new responsibilities, with making this progress with the Eight of Pentacles, and you might be tempted to backslide. You might be tempted to just do what it is that you want, regardless of the effect it's going to have on your progress. But with this Five of Pentacles upright, that's showing me that it's going to end up setting you back. So make sure that you think about the long-term effects, the long-term consequences of the decisions that you're making. Because if you don't think about that, you're going to end up falling for this temptation, and it's going to end up setting your progress back. So, and then also with this King of Swords, be very conscious of your thoughts, especially in the year 2020. This is a huge manifestation year. So with the King of Swords, be very careful with your negative thoughts. Work on controlling your thoughts. Work on having control of your thoughts and feelings this year, because what you could end up doing is putting yourself in a place of being trapped by negativity, negative energy with this Eight of Swords in reverse. And one of the things you want to look out for this year is you trapping yourself mentally to make you feel like progress is impossible. So it's definitely possible for you guys this year. I see a lot of opportunities for you guys to be in situations where it's going to open up a lot of doors and opportunities for you, especially with you making these great connections with the Four of Pentacles. There's a lot of opportunity for progress for you this year, Scorpio. So don't fall for any of these traps, any of this negativity this year. Really focus on you and where you want to be in 2021. And if you focus on that, then you can't go wrong in 2020. Of course, we all make mistakes. There might be different things that you go through, or times where you mess up, but make sure you get back on that horse and that you don't give up, because progress is definitely possible for you this year, Scorpio. So the oracle card that I drew for you guys is share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So for those of you that need to join a support group for maybe trauma that you faced in the past, I feel like a lot of you might deal with social anxiety, like crippling social anxiety, depression, For some of you, this might be addiction or a mental health issue. But whatever it is, even if it's a business venture and you're trying to join a group that's going to help you in that endeavor, whatever it might be, whatever group that is for you, it's time for you to come out of hiding. And we drew that reverse hermit card for you a while ago. And this is just speaking to that as well. Like, you need to come out of hiding, come out of, just staying to yourself, trying to do everything yourself. And, don't feel with this persecution element to this oracle card, like, don't feel bad about yourself that you haven't made all the progress that you want to make. Don't let yourself feel alienated. Come out, share your voice, and you'll find other like-minded people that will help you along the way. And I feel like for a lot of you, this has already been something that you've been manifesting. This has been something that you have been planning on doing, and it's coming through for you. So this is something you guys are already well on your way to doing. For a lot of you, this is your destiny. This is something that is in the cards for you to do. So if you're looking for a sign, this is it, with these pyramids in the background and the stars aligning over the pyramid. That just shows that this is something that, and especially with this water in this background too, it's just showing that you have been wanting to do this for such a long time. This is something that your heart really desires to do. And this is something that you were brought here to do specifically. So you're definitely well on your way, and keep going. There's a lot in store for you. And then also trust and niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So a lot of you guys are already very in tune with your intuition. You're already going along the path, and you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. You're thinking about where you want to go. You're thinking about progress. You're not falling for the negative thoughts. And a lot is aligning for you because of that. So this is just a encouragement from the universe for you to keep on that path. When you have a gut feeling about something, when you have a hunch about something, follow it. If you have a curiosity about something, you see an internship opportunity, you see a job, an open position for something, online, or you're scrolling through social media and you see something that looks like an opportunity for you and it feels right, you feel that gut feeling that you need to take that leap and you need to go and see what it's about, and maybe if it'll work for you, to trust that feeling, to trust that gut feeling. And then also, okay, so this came up for you guys in reverse. So Lumeria, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. So with this in reverse for you guys, this lets me know that you all do need to bring this quality out of you. This is like a latent quality that you need to bring out of you, that can make your process and your journey more enjoyable and easier. So for a lot of you, you have the tendency to be like pessimistic, to feel like things aren't going to work, or like the worst might happen, or to prepare for the worst. And that is a quality that you need to, it might stem from past trauma, from losses in your past, but it's something that you need to let go of. This is a energy that is holding you back. This is energy that you're putting out to the universe that is coming out in ways that could be stopping you from making the progress that you really want to make. So this is something that you really want to change this year, especially if you want to make the most progress possible. You really have to be more optimistic. And even though the best might not always happen, at least imagine the best. The worst doesn't always happen either. So you might as well focus more on the positive to bring more of that into your life. Okay, so that is your reading for 2020, Scorpio. Make sure that you stay tuned. I'll be doing January 2020 readings as well. I also have a few readings that are going to be on the page that are going to be like pick a card readings, different things of that nature, pendulum readings as well. If you guys want to consult me for a personal reading for more of your 2020 and what that's going to be like for you, or for anything else in general, you can reach me at the number below. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, where I post daily readings. So thank you guys for tuning in, and make sure that you check back, like, and subscribe, and I will see you all soon. Bye.